Hello, vinyl community. Welcome back. This is HubTunes. I am Mike, and this is a video I've been thinking about doing this video for years. It was like one of the first videos. Like I keep notes on like topics and stuff that I want to do, and this one has been like just lingering in my notes page for quite some time. I'm going to do a two-part video, just so it's not a 45-minute long video. No one wants to watch me for 45 minutes. It's going to be my favorite live rock albums that I own. I may do a jazz one at some other point. It's going to be top 20. I'll do 10 this video and then 10 in the next video. So don't worry, your favorite might be in the next video because those are probably the ones I really, really like. But these are no slouches. These are some really cool live records. I don't buy a lot of live records anymore. I used to buy them quite a bit because I go to a lot of concerts. And I do love live music, but I find I don't play them as much as I do studio stuff. So I've kind of tailed off on buying some live records. I don't buy the record store day ones anymore. And I just, yeah. So that's where I'm at with live records. And so here we go. We're just going to get right into it. I'll talk a little bit about them. But these are my first 10 out of my top 20. This is a series that started a couple of years ago and I'm absolutely in love with. There's a new one, which will be the fourth in the series, coming out in, I think, just a few weeks, actually. And they are releasing a lot of Can Live. Great recordings. These things sound really good. 1975, this is Brighton. This is the one I like the most out of the three that they've released. They've done 2 doubles and 1 single. I don't know if the new one is a double or a single. They're beautifully packaged. Absolutely beautifully packaged. This is this a triple? Yeah, this is triple. They're wonderful. And this is the era of Can where they're all instrumental. It's a completely different band. There is no vocals on the first 2 releases in this series. This one, man, this is some beautiful music. I remember friends of mine used to try and get me into Can when I was in college because I'm a big Grateful Dead fan. I do like kind of jammy rock and stuff. And man, they tried to get me into Can, and I never understood it back then. But the more I get into it, the more I like it now. They're definitely 2 different bands. Live Can and studio records, they're very different, very different. Especially this instrumental era, which is it's definitely my favorite. Sorry, I just want to put it back in there because I want to really put these right back on my shelf. But this is the era of Can I really like. 1975. The second record is from 75 also. I should have pulled that, but this is definitely my favorite. Next up, this is if you like electronic kind of punk music, this is 1979, 1980. This is Gary Newman, Living Ornaments. If you're into his early stuff, this is the collection to have. It's kind of a box set, but this is where it's at as far as his early live recordings are at. It comes with it. You got all kinds of shit in here, like little things and this and that and blah, blah, all kinds of different stuff. I put everything in. Let me see if I can get the track listings for you. I took let's see, it's basically the first 2 records. It's Airplane, Cars, We Are So Fragile, Films, Something in the House, Metal is on here, Conversation. Really good stuff. It's the early Gary Newman, the first, the Replicas album and Pleasure Principle, and there's some stuff from Telcon in here too. So yeah, Gary Newman, Living Ornaments. If you can find this, grab it. It's a really good representation of what he was doing live in 79 and 80. This band, I actually pulled 2 of their records because this band didn't make a bad live record. This is one of the very first bands I ever saw live in concert. They were also one of the best bands I ever saw live in concert. And that's the Jay Giles Band. This is Full House. This is the early stuff. This is, yeah, Cruising for a Love, Looking for a Love. This is all stuff from like Sanctuary and Whammer Jammers on here. Serve You Right to Suffer. This is all stuff. Yeah, I think it kind of started with Sanctuary and then earlier than that. But this is a really good live album. All their live albums are spectacular. They're really good. They were such a powerful live band. Bluesy, fun, party rock, really good. And then this one came out a little bit later. This is probably like 84, maybe 83. This is Showtime. This has a little bit more of the other stuff, like, you know, the more popular, like Freeze Frame and Centerfold, Piss on the Wall, stuff like that. Love Stinks is on here. I Do was the single that they released off of this record, which wasn't very good. Sanctuary's on here. Walls Come Tumbling Down. I Just Can't Stop Me. This has more of the hits. Land of a Thousand Dances. They do a nice cover of that. Always a standard in their shows. Awesome live band. I don't know if any of you guys got to see them live, but they were freaking awesome. This is a good representation of the post-Peter Gabriel Genesis. Seconds Out is a really good record. Phil Collins has completely taken over the band by this point, but it's still pretty good. Steve Hackett is on, I think Steve Hackett's on this record, but Chester Thompson on drums. Yeah, Steve Hackett's still here. It's a great double live record. Seconds Out. They do a couple of Peter Gabriel songs. You know, they do Supper's Ready, but they also expand into like Squonk. This is before like Abacab. This is, I think maybe this is the tour that maybe, and then there were three, or no, it wasn't. It was before and then there were three because Hackett's still here. So, but it's still a good representation of that post Peter Gabriel, pre-pop Genesis. Really, really dig this record. This is an awesome record. This should be actually in my top three. But this is Carlos Santana and Buddy Miles live. If you guys have never heard this record, if you like Carlos Santana, this is a must-have for any Santana fan. It's incredible. It's absolutely incredible. They do a couple of Buddy Miles stuff. They do Marbles by John McLaughlin is on here. Really, really excellent record. They opened with the Marbles by John McLaughlin. Then they do Lava, a Buddy Miles song. They do Evil Ways. What else is on here? Them Changes, which is from the great Buddy Miles record, Them Changes. Yeah, there's just a great stuff on here. It's basically the Santana band. Neil Sean is still on here. It's excellent, and you can buy this record this is a $3 record. But grab it if you see it. It's a wonderful, wonderful live record. This guy, I mean, if between his couple of live records, I mean, most of his live records, the definitive versions come from either Rust Never Sleeps or Live Rust. These are great songs. Yeah, My Hey Hey is on here. Pocahontas, Sail Away, Powderfinger. I mean, yeah, Sedan Delivery. Neil Young's live versions, especially with Crazy Horse, they're so much better live. I dig them. The guitar work is phenomenal. But yeah, this and Live Rust, great live records. I could have chose Stop Making Sense. Is it technically a live record, really? But I dig this. This came out a couple of years ago. This is Talking Heads live in Chicago. It's called Real Live Wires, 1978. So it's pretty early stuff. It's live in Chicago. This was a record store release. It was a radio broadcast. And man, this is great. This is early stuff. I think it's from the first two records. It was broadcast in August of 78, the classic lineup. I can name off a couple of songs. The Big Country, The Book I Read, Stay Hungry. Yeah, it's the first two records. Really great stuff. Excellent record. This probably could also be in my top 10. This is one of my favorite live records. It's Kicking Television by Wilco. This is the box set. It also came out as a 2 LP set. This is from their, was this Ghost is Born tour? 2005. So yeah, it might have been, they toured the hell. Yeah, they toured like crazy with that record. But this has got some really good stuff. A lot of stuff from Ghost is Born, Yankee Foxtrot. And then there's also a lot from the stuff they did with Billy Bragg. You got Airline to Heaven is also one of those songs. Comment. Yeah, this is absolutely phenomenal. Just a terrific representation of what Wilco is doing live in 2005. God, it seems like just yesterday. Yeah, man, what a great record. Great stuff. I don't know if this is out of print. You can't get the box set. I even think the double record is out of print, but you can find it, maybe in the secondary market, and it won't be as expensive as that. I like my Hot Tuna acoustic, and this is Hot Tuna acoustic. This is really good. Embryonic Journey is on here. It's just basically Jack Cassidy and Jorma Kukkonen from Jefferson Airplane. Man, this is a great acoustic, folky, psych rock record. Hot Tuna. I love Hot Tuna's electric stuff, but man, Hot Tuna acoustic is where it's at for me. This is wonderful stuff. Hesitation Blues, How Long Blues, Uncle Sam Blues, Death Don't Have No Mercy. They do a great cover of that. This is a really solid acoustic live record. And the last one I'm going to show on this video, and we'll do part 2 probably next week, or maybe in a couple weeks. Who the hell knows? This is another fantastic live record, and this is one of the best sounding live records I have in my collection, and this is the great Bill Withers Live. Wow. This is the Mobile Fidelity version. If you're going to get this, get the Mobile Fidelity. It sounds unreal, absolutely unreal. He does all his hits. Use Me, Friend of Mine, Ain't No Sunshine, Grandma's Hands, and his best song, World Keeps Going Around, Better Off Dead, For My Friend, Lean on Me, Harlem, and Cold Baloney close it out. A nice 15-minute medley of those 2 songs. Wow, this is absolutely spectacular. One of the best sounding live records in my collection. Highly recommend all of these. Yes, there's others out there, and I will be showing 10 more in the next video. You guys, thanks for watching. I appreciate you watching the silliness. Thank you again to all my new subs. I got once again, I just got a whole bunch, and I really appreciate it. Appreciate you putting up with this and commenting, and yeah, it's great. I just am very humbled that people actually watch these videos. So you guys all hang loose. Comments, questions, snide remarks in the comments. I will talk to you later. Bye.